Hey guys, this is Kamiken, and today I was thinking about how the anime that are coming out these days, the way that they space the timing between seasons, it's getting too far. I feel like Chainsaw Man, the most recent piece of media to come out from a series that is maybe over like almost a decade old at this point. And I am almost not interested at all in the movie that is coming out. Like, I think this strategy really started with Attack on Titan back in the day, where season 2 of Attack on Titan just took years and years to come out, and it finally did. And it was still good, but I was just like, why the long wait? Um, and it was good all the way through. But for some reason, I was just always wondering, like, why do they space out the release so long? Like, I can't really find a way to get into these new series anymore because the anime seasons come out years and years in advance. And I think the reason is because this is just my guess, this is my speculation. I think they're trying to get um newer fans by generation rather than investing time and energy into one generation. So, for example, with Chainsaw Man, I was really into the manga and I loved reading it, and then when the anime came out, I was still in the fandom. I was still enjoying it, and I was just like, "Oh yeah, this anime is pretty good." Um and I enjoy it. Can't wait for season 2. And season 2 isn't even coming out right now. It's a movie for the start of season 2, and it's like, okay, I mean that's kind of cool, I guess, but it's just whatever. I'm not really um I don't feel like I'm in a place where I can enjoy Chainsaw Man as much as I did when I was younger, like in my early 20s when it was just coming out. Like, I was still in the Cubert school when I was reading the manga, and then I think I just recently moved out of my parents' place when the anime started premiering. And now I'm in a place where I'm full focused on trying to create my own comics and make my own career happen. And it's like, I'm not really even in the demographic for Chainsaw Man anymore. I just don't feel that connected to it to really jump into the second season and enjoy it. I could probably go back to the manga and still look at it and enjoy it and be like, oh yeah, this arc was cool in the manga, but maybe I'll look. It's just that I don't have that much time to be able to look at the anime anymore. All of my time is consumed by trying to create comics and work. I don't really have time for anything else. But oh, and making these YouTube videos. And it's the same with like stories like Invincible or just seasons in general. I feel like they're trying to go with this new type of generational strategy where um by spacing out the release of the anime, they are grabbing a whole new audience, or they're grabbing a new audience of younger viewers that would have gotten into the story at the same time, that at the same age that I would have gotten into the series. So they're spacing it out so that they can grab new audience members while risking losing the older audience members that will fall off just due to time. Like, with the release of season 1 of Demon Slayer, it's been, let's say, 5 years since season 1 of Demon Slayer came out, and I think they release a season every couple of years. So they're still able to get new audience members after those releases, but it takes a while. And it's the same with JJK. Season 3 is coming out, I think, next year, January next year. And season 1 came out when I was still going to school. Like, it was 3-4 years ago that season 1 came out, and people were getting into it, and JJK was all the hype, and the manga was still going. The manga's long over, And season 3 is going to come out, which is probably going to take the new fans that jump into JJK right now and then drive them back towards the manga, drive them back towards uh the older seasons of the anime, and create newer fans, even if the older ones have moved on to other projects or moved on to other forms of media. And this is something that I touched on with Cova, Rojo Cova, in a video that we did together on a collaboration on my channel and his channel, where we were just talking about like how it's almost as if they're trying to space out the release so that it keeps the manga or the anime in the zeitgeist for a decade, rather than having it all play out at the same exact time, where, let's say, how they used to do it, where Gintama, let's say, all of that was released episode by episode by episode by episode for years and years, and they would have filler episodes. Same with Naruto, filler episodes to fill the gaps where they caught up to the manga and didn't have material to adapt into anime, so they would fill that time with extra episodes rather than waiting it out, and then sending a new season after that. That's why My Hero Academia is mostly canon. The anime is mostly canon because they space out the release so that they're only adapting canon pieces of work rather than having to create entirely new stories to fill in space for the releases of the season. It can generate hype. They can generate hype for the new season, get people excited, get people watching old seasons to try to get into the story. And then when the new season comes out, it's like this big release that everyone can jump onto. It's a little bit of a risky um, uh, release style because the older fans or the previous fans might get out of it, but it still keeps the story, if the story is still strong, like it still keeps it relevant in the conversations online once the release comes out. So it's just I don't really like it because I grew up on a different type of release schedule where Naruto would come out weekly and you would just be getting hyped for it weekly, and then you would watch it weekly. And same with like Pokemon and whatnot. They would have spaces between their seasonal releases, but that was more because that was not a property based on a manga. So yeah, I think that's just the way they're doing things now, and I wanted to see if anyone else was noticing that. But yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say for today, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.